Alright guys, welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's video, yes, I want to talk more about Bitcoin, give you guys an update, what's happening with Bitcoin. And there is in fact a fair few charts because you guys need to understand Bitcoin is forming a inverse head and shoulders pattern, which means guys, we're going to see Bitcoin going much higher. And as you guys know, right, I've been telling you guys many times for Bitcoin, we're going to see Bitcoin going much higher. Okay, understand, yes, over a week ago, we saw Bitcoin reaching a high of $123,000. And ever since it hit that high, it's been going down, okay, as we all know. But understand, that's not going to be the top. Okay, this is literally just the beginning. We're going to see Bitcoin going much higher. As I've been telling you guys many times, right? We're going to see Bitcoin reaching 150 to 180. And in my opinion, I think it's going to be reaching at least $200,000 to even 250. Okay, and there is in fact this one specific chart that I do want to show you guys. Okay, and showing us, like what I talked about, Bitcoin is forming this, inverse head and shoulders pattern. And it seems like Bitcoin's going to be, projecting $350,000. Is that possible? Let's talk about it, guys. Okay, so there is in fact a fair few charts that I do want to show you guys. Okay, I want to show you guys one for Ethereum, and there was one for altcoin season, because as we know, guys, okay, alt season is about to happen. So buckle up. We're about to see a lot of altcoins in the crypto market. Okay, the large caps, the low caps, especially skyrocketing. Okay, so be ready for that. But yeah, the Bitcoin price, okay, $118,000, still below 120. Seems like Bitcoin has been, struggling to reach back up to 120. And when Bitcoin does reach back up to 120, it seems like it just goes back down to like 119 to 118 and 117, like where we are right now. Okay, but yeah, we're kind of at the 1 hour time frame. Bitcoin has clearly been consolidating for the past few days. Okay, you guys clearly see that. So like I said, right, over a week ago, we did see Bitcoin reaching a new high of $123,000. And yeah, ever since then, it's dropped, right? You guys can clearly see that. And ever since then, it's just been consolidating, right? You guys can clearly see that. We are in fact seeing some very strong sideways price movements for Bitcoin. But you guys need to understand, okay, Bitcoin is not too far from its previous highs of 123. And it's going to be going much higher. You guys need to understand that, okay? So alts today, as we all know, has in fact been dropping. You guys can clearly see Casper's continuing to drop. Okay, if you guys haven't seen my most previous video on Casper earlier this morning, if you guys haven't seen that video that I uploaded a couple of hours ago, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, Casper right now is now back below 10 cents. Okay, so I will keep you guys up to date on Casper. Okay, so stay tuned for that, but don't panic for Casper. Casper will eventually, bounce back up. Ethereum is also slightly dropping as well, still holding above $3,600, which is always nice to see. Man, Solana is dropping quite a bit, right? Yesterday we saw Solana at about over $200, 206, and now it's back at 185. Earlier this morning it was actually at like 190, so it's dropping a little bit more for Solana. Okay, I mean, a fair few alts today are dropping, but that's understandable. We have seen altcoins pumping, okay, but nothing goes up forever, as we all know. So we're going to see some corrections, and that's exactly what we are facing right now for altcoins. Man, look at XRP. XRP is down 10% right now. It is crazy, right? Still above $3, which is, nice to see for, XRP. But yeah, past 24 hours, we are in fact seeing a lot of alts down. Okay, Doge is down over 8%. Cardano is down at 7%. XLM is down almost 10%. Sui is down 5%. Chainlink is down 6%. And let's have a look at Casper. Casper's down over 10%, 11% right now. So Casper's dropping quite a bit. But yeah, past 24 hours, alts are dropping, right? You guys can clearly see that. Okay, altcoins are in fact going down. Like I said, this is to be expected. Past few days, altcoins have been skyrocketing. Meme coins especially have been going up. And yeah, today, right, you guys can clearly see altcoins are going down, okay? And it's normal. It's to be expected. Nothing goes up forever, okay? But you guys need to understand, in my opinion, I think this is the perfect opportunity right now to take this as an opportunity to pretty much buy more, okay? Because you guys need to understand, these altcoins are about to, skyrocket. They're about to go parabolic. Alt season is about to happen, guys, okay? As I talked about, the Bitcoin dominance has been dropping. Okay, at one point it was below 61%, it was at 60%. Now it's going back up, right? It's at 62% right now for the Bitcoin dominance. But as we all know, we need to see, okay, the Bitcoin dominance is dropping, and it will eventually, right? We're going to see the Bitcoin dominance dropping even more, because every single time we see the Bitcoin dominance dropping, that's when alt season does start, right? You have to clearly see that back in, 2017, right? And of course in 2021, right? So we have to see, a massive drop happening for the Bitcoin dominance for alt season to start, okay? And it will happen, okay? Then we're going to see, Ethereum leading the way. We're going to see Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin, right? And that's how you know alt season is here, and it's about to happen. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Now, the Fin Greed Index currently at 71 in greed mode, which is not bad, right? Bitcoin's slightly dropping, altcoins are slightly dropping as well, and the Fin Greed Index is still in greed mode. Okay, the sentiment hasn't even changed, right? We're still in greed mode at 71. Yesterday we were in greed mode, last week we were in greed mode, and even last month we were in fact in greed mode. So yeah, the sentiment has not changed, right? Which is great to see. So yeah, amazing to see, right? Bitcoin monthly returns, Bitcoin is still up over 10%, 10.3%. So still, Q3 still looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum, we're at 46%, right? Ethereum is looking, much, much better than Bitcoin, right? Q3, it's up over 40%, almost 50%. So that's absolutely amazing to see for Ethereum. But yeah, I do believe next month in August and September, we're going to see Bitcoin having a lot of ups and downs. I do believe some corrections are coming, because as I've been telling guys many times, usually Bitcoin does not perform that great in the month of August, which is next month. And of course, September, as we know, September is truly one of the most bearish months for Bitcoin. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. But just last year in 2024, even in 2023, it was in the greens. Okay, in fact, just last year in 2024, that September was actually the best performing September in Bitcoin history, right? You have to clearly see that it was only up 7%, right? But yeah, we'll see what happened with this year in 2025. Okay, but I do believe the next, few months, August and September, we're going to see a lot of ups and downs. It's going to be a bumpy road for Bitcoin, in my opinion, right? But yeah, that's fine. It'll give us more time to pretty much accumulate Bitcoin. Now, understand, guys, okay, alt season, getting back into alt season, it is coming, guys. Okay, so we saw the first breakout, and then we're going to be seeing a second breakout very, very soon, right? And then we're going to see the alt season top, which is not in yet. Okay, so understand, guys, we still have so much more room for altcoins. Okay, we really, really do, guys. And we're going to see it going much, much higher. We're going to see the Bitcoin dominance continue to go lower. Right, it's going to drop massively, and then altcoins will skyrocket. Okay, the crypto total market cap will be reaching new highs, and I've showed you guys a fair few charts of that, in the past, right? The crypto total market cap will be reaching new highs, guys. Okay, it is coming, so I hope you guys are prepared for that. Hope you guys are ready for alt season. It's finally happening. Okay, we have been seeing a delay happening for alt season for the past few months. I would have thought alt season would have happened back in Q1, even in Q2. Right, we are in fact in Q3 right now. Okay, so obviously we did see a bit of a delay for alt season, but it's now officially happening. So I hope you guys are truly prepared, because alt season, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced alt season, but it goes crazy, trust me. And we're gonna see Ethereum, right, the largest altcoin out there, right, the king of altcoins, pretty much leading the way. Okay, and pretty much eventually Ethereum will be outperforming Bitcoin, and it did, right? A couple of days ago, as we know, Bitcoin was stagnant at one point, and we saw Ethereum skyrocketing, okay, as we saw. So we're going to see more of that, okay? We're going to see, Ethereum outperforming Bitcoin is going to be leading the way for alt season. Now, speaking about Ethereum, as I've been telling you guys, okay, I do see huge potential for Ethereum. So Ethereum to $8,000. Very, very clear breakout happening for Ethereum. Okay, it's going to break out of this resistance, and the target is $8,000. Now, of course, along the way, we're going to see some corrections for Ethereum. We're not just going to see Ethereum skyrocket to 8K, right? We're going to see some corrections along the way. So understand, guys, eventually we're going to see Ethereum, okay, reaching back up to its previous highs of $4,800, even reaching a new all-time high. And yes, 8K is very possible. I told you guys, $8,000 to $10,000 for Ethereum is very, very possible. Some people out there are predicting Ethereum's going to be going much, much higher than just 10K. Some people are saying, 12K, 13K, even $15,000 that I'm seeing, right? And we will see about that, but there is huge potential, so much room to grow for Ethereum. Okay, and we're finally going to see Ethereum reaching new highs, because we've been seeing Bitcoin reaching new highs, as we all know, right? For the past few months, Bitcoin has been reaching record highs, and Ethereum hasn't really been moving, but it's moving now. Okay, so it's great to see. So Ethereum holders, be prepared, and yeah, soon enough, right, we're gonna see Ethereum reaching new all-time highs. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. Okay, Altseason is gonna start. Okay, very shortly. It's pretty much starting. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna see Ethereum reaching these price targets. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. Now, getting to these charts for Bitcoin, man, understand, yes, okay, Bitcoin will be going up as well, guys. Okay, eventually. I do believe Q4 will be some amazing times for Bitcoin as well. So understand, guys, inverse head and shoulders. There is 3 charts that I want to show you guys. So we're going to start off with this one. So you guys can clearly see, right, we are in fact seeing, okay, right over here, the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Okay, so this is obviously a very, very clear inverse head and shoulders pattern for Bitcoin. And understand a breakout is coming. Okay, and once we do see a breakout, man, we're going to see Bitcoin going much, much higher. You know, this uptrend that Bitcoin has been forming ever since early 2023 to where we are right now, it's going to continue to go higher, guys. Understand the top is not in yet for Bitcoin. So we're going to see a breakout coming for Bitcoin eventually, very, very soon. Okay, so be prepared for that, guys. And here's another chart, right? So Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders, the target is $144,000. Once we do see, okay, a breakout, okay, and we pretty much seeing a breakout now, it's going to lead to $144,000, guys. I hope you guys are truly prepared for that. Understand that's going to be an easy target. $144,000, easy target, right? And right now, you know, Bitcoin is not too far off for reaching, you know, over 140 to 150, right? It really, really isn't, guys. So understand a new high is coming. Okay, a new high is coming for Bitcoin. Now, this is the final chart that I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, so Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders pattern is projecting a rise to $350,000, guys. Okay, so we did see a retest, okay, and it's going higher, right? You guys can clearly see that. So is that possible? Can we actually see Bitcoin reaching $350,000? Okay, with this, you know, inverse head and shoulders pattern, because apparently it's projecting 350K, right? And, you know, as much as I am bullish on Bitcoin, guys, we'll have to see about that, right? Because there's a lot of predictions out there, and you guys need to understand, no one knows exactly where the top will be for Bitcoin, right? But personally, as I told you guys, I personally do believe Bitcoin can reach 200K to 250 to even 300K, maybe even 350, just like what this chart is in fact showing us here. Maybe we do see a super cycle happening, and a lot of people out there, well, not a lot of people, but some people out there are predicting that, you know, the 4-year cycle is not going to happen anymore, because you guys need to understand it's 2025. Okay, every 4 years we enter different cycles, a bull cycle and a bear cycle. Right now we're obviously in a bull cycle, right? And that's why we have been seeing Bitcoin reaching, you know, record highs. And then potentially, right, since we are in fact in this bull cycle right now for this year in 2025, next year we should be entering a bear cycle, the bear market, right? The next bear market next year in 2026. So that's when Bitcoin will be dropping. But some people out there are saying that in 2026, we're going to see Bitcoin continue to rise, that this bull cycle will continue next year in 2026. I don't know about that, right? We'll have to see, okay? Nothing is guaranteed. So this is why, guys, if you want to take your profits, you know, might as well do so. Every single time we see Bitcoin reaching highs, you want to DCA out. As you would DCA in, you want to DCA out with your profits, right? Take some money off the table. But personally, guys, I have not sold any of my Bitcoins, and I'm going to continue to hold my Bitcoins. Call me dumb. I really don't care, okay? And I'm trying to avoid tax here because I do live in Australia, right? And the tax here is pretty high, okay? So I'm holding my Bitcoins. You know, I've been DCing into Bitcoin for almost 5 years now. I have never sold any of my Bitcoins. I'm simply just buying and holding. Same thing with Casper. As you guys know, I'm going long term for both of these projects, Bitcoin and Casper, right? For both of them. And I'm pretty much going to be taking my profits with, you know, Ethereum and whatnot, and potentially, you know, reinvesting it back into things like, you know, Bitcoin and Casper, as you guys know, right? But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think, you know, we will see Bitcoin reaching 350K? We'll have to see about that. Personally, I think it is possible. It is very, very possible, right? If we do see Bitcoin reaching, you know, 300K and beyond, It is possible. Okay, so we will have to see about that, guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will keep you guys up to date on Bitcoin. Right now it's at 118. You know, still holding up pretty well. You know, it's not moving too much. We are in fact seeing some very, very strong sideways price movements, but I do believe soon enough Bitcoin's going to be going much, much higher. Okay, it really is all about patience. Okay, but you guys need to understand we're going to see Ethereum really go up eventually, right? So keep your eyes on Bitcoin, keep your eyes on, you know, Ethereum, right, Casper and whatnot, because I do believe these are going to be some big, big movers. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel. That is always much, much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.